Was good, was good. What's up? Shout out to Shisani. She inspired me to do this vid. Just some random thoughts about college. Me and college. I've been to college around twice. I mentioned previously that I didn't go to college, but in my mind, when you don't finish college, the same thing as not finishing high school. You know, it's like having a second grade education, you know, and having a 10th grade education. If you didn't finish high school, they're the same shit, you know? So, I didn't finish college. I just been to a couple of colleges. One was community college and one was a nursing college. But, you know, my whole overview of those things are, I like the whole learning process. It was a very interesting, you know, experience just being in college and being around other people that wanted to learn. And that was, you know, smart. It was a really good feeling, you know, to have an educated conversation on a regular basis with people who actually understood what the fuck you're talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about out there. But the physical application of college education afterward was what kind of worried me. You know, I was pursuing science. At least the first time. The second time, I was going to be an LPN. Now, the first time with science, one of my college professors pulled me aside, and they noticed I had good grades. You know, that wasn't a problem. I still have a good GPA, and I can go there if I wanted to right now, but I don't want to. He pulled me aside. I think his name was Mr. Fulbright. Mr. Fulbright pulled me aside and said, Chris, I know you. I see you can do this, and I see you kind of want to do this, but I want you to think about this. Do you want to be in a white coat for the next 30 years? And I was like 20 at the time, and he said, and that was like, you know, some monumental earth-quaking shit. Do I want to be in a white coat looking at lab specimens and bacteriums for 30 years? Is that my, you know, life conquest? Is that what I want to do? And I really think that people, you know, consider this when they go to college. They get caught up in, you know, the fun parties and the cool class. At least I thought class was cool, you know, new information, you know, about things that I never knew, interesting and appealing to me. You know, but new education and the whole environment, that's something easy to get caught up in. But after college applications, nobody really want to think about that because Google this. Please Google this. 75% of the people who graduate for a specific major do not get a job in that specific major. So if you study if you're going for African studies or Western civilizations, odds are you ain't gonna be getting no job in that. That's not real. What you're gonna get is some entry-level job for $30,000, $35,000, and your pay increase don't really go up like that. Especially when you're talking about inflation in today's society. I mean, think about it. Think about the inflation for the last 13 years. Think about your pay raises for the last 13 years. Are they syncing up? Do you notice a trend? Matter of fact, do you notice a trend that there are no company pensions anymore? There are only 401ks. So if you participate, you have a 50% match. But if you don't, hey, fuck it. And you better hope that the economy stays up and stable. Has it been staying up and stable? Because if it has, it's going to affect your retirement, or you know, affect your retirement negatively. Now, I mentioned this in previous vids. I saw one of my best friends' 401k halfway evaporate through a financial tumble in the market, man. That's fucking real. So I mentioned that, you know, that you may not be employed for these companies for 20 years and 30 years. And they might not take care of you like they said it was going to take care of you, you know, after the 30 years are up. And then where's that going to leave you? You know? That's why I'd rather be a salesman. I like being a salesman. At least that's my personality. That's my life conquest. It syncs up with, you know, who I am internally. You know, I can control my income through my talent and my efforts, and shoot, that's the best deal given to me as a young man for a long time. Especially like you know, I started selling like I was like 21 or something like that, and you know, I got pretty good at it. But that's just me and mine. As far as superiority complex between you know, some people who have a college degree and some don't. Let's get real here, Shishani. Let's say it was you. You spent 4 years in the college, and then you get more money than your peers that didn't go to college, and you're generally smarter than your peers that didn't go to college. Would you feel that you're a little bit better than the person who didn't go to college, at least on some level? When I say better, it might be a bad word, but fuck it, man. I'm just speaking from, like, you know, the cuffs, the heart. You know, you're going to feel a certain kind of way about, you know, those who didn't go to college, and if they complain about their lifestyle after they didn't go to college compared to yours and the effort that you put in, you know what I mean? It's a college graduate, and you making this money, and you having, you know, a little bit brighter future than those who didn't. I mean, for real here. For real here. Do you feel a certain way about those kids in Somalia as part, you know, concerning lifestyle? You know, I'm not even talking about life choices. You live in a house, you watch cable, you have running water, you know, and they live in a, you know, not so good. Do you feel that your lifestyle is better than theirs? Do you feel your life is easier? It might be the same thing with a college graduate and a non-college graduate, and it might be translating, you know, some sort of arrogance. Because I mean, think about it, yo. Do you get some sort of arrogance when some dumbass motherfucker in the hood come tell you about what you should do about your life and the life changes that you should do, and you know how to get money? That's one of my personal, you know, pet peeves right there. When I go out there and I market my goods in the hood, these cats would give me advice about what the fuck I should do and how I should do it and how I should get money. And in my mind, I'm like, motherfucker, if it was working for good for you, you'd be where the fuck I'm at. You'd be all right. Why are you giving me advice? That's all I'm saying. So you know what, I'm doing it again. I have a tendency to run a little long, so I'm going to cut it brief, brilliantly right now. If people feel like they're superior because they went to college, it's because they kind of earned the right. It's when it's like, you know, if you would go through the 8 years of being a lawyer, you're going to feel a certain kind of way about like the people who didn't go through the whole process of being a lawyer. You might feel like you're entitled a little bit more than them. And in reality, I'm not going to say that you're wrong. Because the things I work for, I feel like I'm entitled to, and if you didn't work for them like I work for them, and I'm putting the hard work that I put in for these things, you know, I'm going to feel a certain kind of way about you kind of trying to comment on my life situation and things that I'm doing, you know. But catch you on Flip. That's my thoughts and rants about that. Go.